You got a digital dog taking a digital piss on the drywall, as opposed to our world, you've got a real dog taking a piss.
Most billionaires use leverage.
In my own time, not the homeboy's time.
It's ridiculous.
It's just a big turnoff for me.
If you're sitting in your basement trying to tell me how this stuff works, you're an idiot.
Hey everybody, you're kicking it with the homeboys, and we are bringing you another episode of Moron Real Estate. My name is Clint Weatherall. As always, here with my buddy, Scott Adams.
Let's dive in and get entertained here.
I'm ready, my friend. Let's do this.
Financial literacy. Get your credit right. Clean your credit up. From me to y'all, clean your credit up.
That mean everything.
That mean everything. Stop putting everything in your name. Create a business, an LLC. Put everything in your LLC. And open up a C Corp. And if you don't know this, you need to figure these out. I'm telling you the names. Get a C Corp to run an LLC. If you want to make it even deeper, go get a trust fund and run a corp that runs the LLC. You want to get even deeper, own two trust funds for your business and your person to run that trust that runs all the business. It can get deep, my guy.
Absolutely.
And Donald Trump actually showed me that method. That's how he didn't pay taxes.
Interesting.
Very.
I'll take his first point, clean your credit up. I can't stress that enough. Making sure that your credit profile is strong is exceptionally important. I know a lot of people think, oh, I'll just go get hard money from someone privately and I don't have to have good credit. People aren't willing to lend their money, which is a lot of cases what happens in a hard money relationship, to somebody that's got crap credit. It will follow you throughout your life. If you're applying for a car loan, if you're applying for a mortgage, if you're applying for an apartment, bad credit follows you. It is going to limit what you are able to do. The guy is exceptionally right. Make sure your credit is cleaned up. It's really the first step to your financial future when investing in real estate especially.
Yeah, this is about, I'm going to take it kind of bigger picture even than this. You've got to focus on your financial health. It's not fun to look at. It's not fun to look at all of your debts that you have. It's not fun to look at your credit, pull it each time, see any issues that you need to clear up, things that you need to improve. This is not fun stuff. However, when you start doing it, focusing on your financial future, setting a path, coming up with the smallest plan, building good savings habits, even if it's $1 a month, and then working on it, repairing your credit, being careful with it, setting up LLCs for your businesses, all of these things, the fruits of that labor will be larger than you could ever imagine. And it's just something that you have to focus on. I know at first it's not fun, but it's something that a lot of business people take very seriously, and it's part of the reason they're successful. Clint and I pull our own credit reports once a year, every year.
Oh, I do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we do it, together.
Through the company, yeah.
Once a year. But within our software, I look at it, 5-6 times a year. It's exceptionally important. And when we've got so much stuff floating out there, watching it very closely is so important.
Yeah.
It gets into some specifics.
But talk to your accountant.
Trust and LLCs.
Yeah, talk to your lawyers and talk to a financial advisor. Here's a secret about financial advisors. You don't need to have money to go set one up. Go sit down with a financial advisor that will take you on as a client, that will help you build financial wealth. Even if you have $0 right now and debt, they will help you get from where you are now to where you want to be. A lot of them will take you. If they don't take you because you don't have a lot of money, then they weren't right for you anyway. Screw them. Find one that'll take you now and help you build a path to financial freedom. You don't need giant income either. They can show you the way to do it with what you have. Focus on yourself.
Cool clip.
Yeah.
Next.
Did you know that you can combine the Section 8 House Choice Voucher Program and combine it with the NACA program? So basically, you can buy a house with 0 down payment, 0 closing costs, no PMI, low interest rate, and then the housing authority, like Section 8, will subsidize your payments. Did you know that? Check me out. So it's the NACA HOT PHA program, home ownership through public housing assistance. This is unbelievable. So yeah, 0 down payment, 0 closing costs. Go through NACA, use your Section 8 voucher, and get a house and Section 8 subsidize your payment? Okay, yeah.
Learned something. I didn't know anything about this. We don't deal in a lot of Section 8 rentals. We have a few that we have to deal with. It's not our niche. It's something that I did in my past heavily. I was on the landlord advisory board for Section 8 here in Indianapolis for years. I saw that they recently filed bankruptcy. I don't know if you saw that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how well funded these programs are, but there's a lot of programs out there in general that can help people buy homes. There's a lot of community organizations that offer different grants, and there's a lot of ways to help yourself if you go out there and seek them and ask a lot of questions. It'll be a pain in the butt, but if you ask a lot of questions, a lot of people could probably find some assistance in home buying, not just renting. But it's not something that I know much about, and it's interesting. So.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, some Section 8 years ago. The main reason why we don't do much is it's amazing how it doesn't work financially for investors, that people think, oh, well, the government's paying the rent. I mean, we could do a whole podcast episode on it. We don't do a lot of it because it's just simply very challenging to make work.
Yeah, I had over 100 of them at one time, and I don't want to get into the weeds on that, but it does not work. Typically, the houses are not treated as well. I don't know if it's because someone's not putting their own money into it, and so it's what the reasoning behind that is, but they're treated a little worse, and Section 8 is very demanding in the certain condition that you keep the property and fixing really weird things that literally don't matter, and certain thresholds that they need you to do with certain things. It just makes it economically not very feasible for most landlords.
Right.
That's in our city. There's other cities where I've heard it works.
Do your research on the Section 8 programs. I don't know. I know Section 8 can help a lot of people. There's people out there that need it, that have paths that haven't been very very fortunate, as far as, it could be a divorce, or, I know that there's some, single moms that could take advantage of
Life's
it.
Life's not fair.
Life is not fair. So do your research on it. We're not the foremost experts on Section 8, but there are people out there that are, and just get into the government websites, and I hope to think that what she's saying is true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. Moving on.
It's going to be crazy for all of the ways that you're going to be able to monetize this digital asset. And the good thing is, unlike real world real estate, where you have decay and maintenance and tenants you got to kick out, all this stuff, that doesn't happen in the metaverse. Like, it's digital. I don't have to worry about a toilet not running. Might have to worry about a piece of code breaking. Other than that, it's going to be way easier to use.
He's got some shiny teeth. So I want to plug something that we're coming up about this. So we're going to be diving into the metaverse, and we're going to buy some virtual real estate, and we're going to walk you all alongside of us. So check out the Homeboys podcast if you are interested in seeing a real life example of us diving in and trying a little of this. We're excited. I don't have high hopes for it. I'm pretty much a naysayer, but I think we're open-minded enough to think we don't have all the answers, but at the very least, we're curious. And so check us out when we do that. I don't know enough to say anything about this other than that.
I follow this particular guy on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
He's very charming, charismatic, very, very, very well-spoken. So I enjoy following his content. He's a lot younger than us. And, people, our age, I don't know. It's hard for me to get on board with the metaverse. It's not for me. We're looking into it. We're trying to educate ourselves. We're not saying that we have all of the answers. It just digital real estate compared to physical real estate. That's going to be a tough sell for me. That's going to be exceptionally challenging. But, I guess what he's saying is true. I mean, yeah, you got a digital, dog taking a digital piss on the drywall, as opposed to our world, you've got a real dog taking a piss,
right?
On your drywall. So I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't get it, but
I want to try it just so that we are not the Al Roker of 1984. Do you know that clip? someone is explaining email to him on that.
I have seen that clip.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like, so the message gets delivered, and what's this A circle symbol? And I just don't want to be those
funny.
guys when it comes to the
That's
metaverse.
funny.
So I want to keep my
Yeah, we don't know.
we don't know.
We don't know.
So
I know that I don't want to be sitting around my home with one of those headsets on, doing a dance party, in the metaverse. I do know that for a fact. I do know
he
that.
literally just had one of those headsets on, screaming and yelling. And I'm not lying to you. He literally just had one of those on.
I did. Just for one of our clips. But in my own time, not the homeboys' time, I think you can attest
Right.
that. I'm
I
not
know
going
you
to be
don't.
out planting a digital garden, anytime
I just
soon.
wanted to make sure we threw up a clip of you wearing one now.
Yeah, I got a marlin when I was out doing some digital fishing. So anyhow, next.
If you understand history, the reason I pay no taxes is because I borrow money. I'm a debtor. And check this out. I mean, all you communists out there, check this stuff out. I am a billionaire in debt. You know why? Because I get tax breaks for borrowing money. And the reason I am so rich is because I'm in debt. And my friend Dave Ramsey says, live debt free. Well, you're an idiot. I mean, he's my friend, but I say, Dave, I like debt. He says, I know, but most people can't handle debt. I said, I agree. But that's why there's no financial education in schools, because if you knew how to handle debt, you wouldn't save that crappy dollar you have in your hand. I'd rather borrow the money tax free.
This is so dangerous. He's not a billionaire because he has debt. He's a billionaire because he sold billions of books. So he's a billionaire because of that. Most people can't handle debt. If you're a billionaire, I will never complain to you about you borrowing and using leverage and debt throughout your businesses and your life. You have the ability to do so in a responsible manner that benefits you through taxes and leverage of cheap money. It's great for them to do. It would be stupid for him not to do it. Most billionaires use leverage. It's just how that works. However, the common person can't handle that. It will put them in a bad place. Dave Ramsey's right for most people. You can't handle
Most
all of
people
this debt.
can't handle debt.
It's not healthy, and it's not worth it. And you can get to where you're going without it. You don't need to do it unless you're trying to chase a billionaire and be one. If you want to make $5-10 million of savings over your life, you can do it conservatively with using very minimal debt. And so there's no reason to risk it all and to put yourself in that pressure cooker situation. It follows you. Debt is something that people are way too. And the other thing is we're addicted to it as Americans. It's gross. The banks are the ones that benefit the most. There's this new philosophy that it's okay to just go borrow for what you want now, immediate gratification, and pay for it over time. That's fine if it's a necessity like a home or a car. I understand that. I won't argue against people who have to do that. However, when you take it past that to toys, to boats, to luxuries, it's ridiculous. It's going to take you backwards. You'll have them for the short term, and you'll have a mountain of debt weighing you down. It's not worth it.
I really enjoyed the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And in fact, I've read it probably upwards of 5 times front to back.
Great book.
And I grew to really like Robert Kiyosaki from reading that book. And ever since anything outside of that book, I can't stand him. I'm sorry. But there's a cocky arrogance, about him that, I don't know, it's just a big turnoff for me. And he makes it seem like, you should not have any cash. It should be a cashless society, hoard gold and silver. I've joked about it on here before. He makes it sound like you go into Starbucks and flip a coin of silver for your latte. Dave Ramsey is right. Most people, what is most? I think it's well over 90% can't handle debt. I think it's well above 95% can't handle debt. There are some people that can handle it and that can manage money well, and it works. But we are speaking to the masses. We're trying to provide financial literacy to the masses. And most people going into crazy debt and leverage, it doesn't work out. There's always a storm that's out there that's brewing that could totally sink you and bury you and your family for generations to come. It is not worth it. Scotty's right. You can do it conservatively, 5, 10, 15, 20 plus millionaire, and it's not that difficult. And you don't have to do it with leveraging everything out of your mind. I don't like this way of thinking. He makes fun of Dave Ramsey's philosophy. I think his philosophy is BS.
It is. And so there's a rule of thumb you can use at home. If you have to borrow in order to afford it, you can't afford it unless it's for your car, your home, or necessities. And that's an unpopular opinion with a lot of folks.
You're going to get roasted for
I know,
saying
because
that.
they want to live their life using the bank's money and borrowing it, and I'll pay it back over time. I want to live now.
You know
while
what
I'm
pisses
young.
me off about that? The people that get upset about you saying something like that. They come back and they're like, oh, well, you should enjoy your life. You're only here one time. You should enjoy your life. How many people your age have the experiences and enjoyed life as much as you have?
No. I mean, I am in the top 0.001%
Correct.
of experiences. I've traveled
But you're
everywhere in
talking
the
about
world.
saving.
I've had every car there is. I've had boats. I've had summer homes. I travel with my family. I mean, I'm not trying to flex here, but I have lived the life of the 0.0001%. I've flown on private jets across the world. I've lived to my fullest, and I didn't use debt to do it.
But you're setting, you're posting, we're posting this content on Facebook. You've got some kid in his basement saying, you're an idiot.
Right.
Because you're saving and you should be out enjoying. And
I understand he wants immediate gratification. I'm telling you, though, we know what we're talking about. We both went to one of the top business schools in the United States, one of the top business schools. We studied under the best professors studying finance, economics, accounting, focused in on how to learn how cash flow can grow and how it can work, how to use debt to its fullest without overextending yourself. Then we've spent the last 25 years each focused on creating vast amounts of wealth for our clients and for ourselves. I'm talking vast amounts of wealth using good financial practices. If you're sitting in your basement trying to tell me how this stuff works, you're an idiot.
Well, that is Moron Real Estate for this week. My buddy is on fire. I'm going to cool him off. It's so easy to get worked up over some of this stuff, but you know what? We're out there trying to educate the masses. Hang with the homeboys. We're on your side. Till next time, happy investing.